The first pro to standing Nugu groups is that you get noticed by the official channel account for the groups, or the members themselves. It's amazing when you get noticed by them. You comment and then they either just like your comment or reply back. It makes you so happy to get noticed by the group or the members. The amount of times where I got extremely happy when I got noticed by my bias in Nugu girl groups or got noticed by the group themselves that I love, is so amazing. I once made a video with ICU's Cupid where I made a remix featuring Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, using the WAP rap, and got noticed by ICU's producer who commented on my video and it was legit. Another time a year later, I made a video of Maka Maka's Hey You featuring Nicki Minaj, and got a comment from Maka Maka's official YouTube. I was so extremely happy, you don't even know. So this pro is one of the best pros ever, because you get noticed by the group or members, and it makes you feel so happy inside. The next pro to standing Nugu groups is the quality. If they come from a smaller company, you'll either get a decent song and MV, a decent song and a lower quality MV, or a lower quality song and a lower quality MV. So this pro is good, because if the group comes into the K-pop song with lower quality, you can stand them or keep an eye for them, watch them improve in future comebacks, and appreciate how they're bettering themselves in quality. You can see them making an effort and trying to up their music MV quality. I count this as a pro in the video, because there are groups that I know, for example, disbanded girl group My Darling. They released the audio to the song I Like You, which didn't have that good a mixing. Then they debuted, I think it was their debut, with Dramatic, which was a decently shot MV, a nicely made song and good dancing. But the MV was a little bright at times, the song had good mixing, but it needed more work and the dance didn't feel like they were all dancing together. So when they had their comeback with Kung Kai DDA, the song and MV were both so high quality. The song had perfect mixing, the MV had no brightness with the camera also being more higher quality, and their dancing also improved. Though the MV was mostly dance performance, it still had good quality and colors. It was nice to see them try to get better, and I always appreciated My Darling and their company for trying. This is why I count this as a pro, because you can see improvements in the group as the years go by. The next pro to standing Nugu groups is the different songs. There are so many Nugu groups that debut each year from girl-boy groups, and have a lot of different debut songs. Here are some examples. Maka Maka, a GG, debuted in 2020 with Burning Power. A cute summer song that gives me let's run away road trip vibes. Asomd, AGG, debuted in 2020 with Funny Gotcha, a dance bop. BZ Boys, a BG, debuted in 2019 with Question, a tropical summer song. A Week, a BG, debuted in 2019-2018, I Don't Remember, with the song The More I See, a cute innocent sweet song. On Air, a BG, debuted in 2020 with You and I, an emotional, beautiful field song. Ariel, a GG, debuted in 2020 with Wake Me Up, a song that gives me experimental vibes, and many more groups. So standing Nugu groups is amazing, because you get all these different songs. Even with comebacks, the songs are different. Like look at Q6, they debuted with Hello Summer, a retro cute summer song in 2020, and then came back in 2022 with Blue Heart, a dark rock song. This pro is probably the best in the list for people who love finding new songs to listen to, and are always searching for diversity in K-pop. The next pro to standing Nugu groups is the talent. You'll find Nugu groups with different talents. Like one group could have amazing vocals, one group could have amazing raps, one group with amazing dances. You'll also find members of groups that have amazing vocals, rap and dance, and are underrated and need more appreciation. For me, my underrated girl group is Girl Kind, because their dancing is so good. There's also QOS, Queens of Sound, not my group, but they're such a vocally talented girl group, that I call them the underrated Mamamoo. So this pro for standing Nugu groups, show the underrated talent of K-pop groups that don't get any recognition or popularity. The next pro to standing Nugu groups is the hidden gems. If the popular, well-known side of K-pop bores you, you can dig down deeper to groups with 1 million views or less. Groups who barely reach 1 million views. Groups with 800,000 views reaching all the way up to 1,000. You'll find so many different hidden gems and music that is good, that you'll wanna stan the group. This pro is perfect, because instead of calling the year of K-pop that is going on, mid, or bad, or boring, you'll find so many good songs that you won't ever use these words ever again. Nugu music will intrigue you so much, and you'll find a lot of bops, and like me you'll wanna stan. The next pro to standing Nugu groups is less fans. Now I know that having a small fandom could be more of a con, but I added it in the pros list. If you look at groups with big fandoms, you'll notice the toxic fans, fan wars, hate on idols, and all these negative things. Groups with smaller fandoms don't have toxicity, fan wars, hate on idols, etc. And yes, I know just because the fandom is smaller, it doesn't mean the fandom is free from negativity, but for smaller company or unknown company Nugu groups, the fandoms aren't as big as some other Nugu groups. If the subscribers on these Nugu groups' YouTube channels are less than 20,000, then sure enough the fandom is really small. Having a smaller fandom is a problem, but at least there's less negative things. The last pro to standing Nugu groups is knowledge. You become more knowledgeable as a K-pop stan. Knowing about Nugu groups and standing them, you come to know about different things that you don't really see much in the well-known side. Like for example, I became more aware as a K-pop stan, because while people are out there writing in comments, or making shorts or videos saying things like, cute concepts are dying, and spreading misinformation, I on the other hand, know that cute concepts aren't dying, and that I can debunk misinformation like this. So standing Nugu groups, you come to know that some of the things K-pop stans spread around are false and misinformation, and they're not aware of the Nugu side of K-pop, but you are. Knowing Nugu groups, you can stop the spreading of misinformation, because they hold the answers to things. They're the ones who can help you debunk false things. Cute concepts are dying. Nope, the Nugu side of K-pop has a lot of cute songs. Fourth generation lack vocals. Nope, because there are plenty of Nugu groups that are there, that can debunk this. Nugu group standing helps you become more knowledgeable to help you better know K-pop from all sides. The first con to standing Nugu groups is their longevity. The future of Nugu, especially smaller company groups, are unknown. Every year so many groups debut, but some groups disband within the year of their debut, and only have a debut song, album, some groups disband after a comeback or two, some remain for a long time being active, or don't make comebacks, but post on socials and are still active. You can never guess or decide or know which Nugu groups will stay and which Nugu groups will disband. Their future is very uncertain. This con is a very scary one because you get attached to a Nugu group, and then you see them disband. For me, I was really sad when groups like BB6, who I promoted a lot, Florus, who disbanded due to COVID ruining them. Holix Dustin, IDK, what happened to them? Dustin were my underrated ults. Solia, who disbanded within 5 days. Cherry on top, we girls, the company lied when teasing new members. SIS etc., disbanded. Me being so emotionally attached to Nugu groups more than popular, well-known groups, I feel like I'd leave K-pop if any more of my favorite groups disband, because there's a lot more groups that I love so much, and they're still lasting, thank you God. This con is scary as I said, but I still listen to Nugus, and still care for them. The last con to standing Nugu groups is their funds. Since a lot of Nugu groups are probably from smaller companies, they don't have much funds, so some groups debut and don't promote on music shows until months later, or don't promote until they have a comeback and have enough money to promote once. Some groups debut with enough funds to promote 2 to 3 times on music shows, and some don't promote at all on music shows, but do other types of live performances, maybe at schools or other live events or other places. I count this as a con, because fans of the group or people who discover the group and then like their music, will get bummed seeing them not promoting the song, if they're people who like watching live performances. This may not be as scary a con as the previous one, because these groups perform in other places, but it's still a con that can sadden people.